is Diving In with the Port of Seattle. I'm Mallory Hauser here with Jenn Stebbings. We're at the Duwamish River People's Park and Shoreline Habitat. Jenn, tell us what you do with the port.
I'm a biologist on our Habitat Initiatives team on the maritime side. I monitor and steward the Duwamish River People's Park and Shoreline Habitat.
Amazing. And this park officially opened about 2 years ago. And that was after nearly 20 years of restoration and cleanup. Tell us a little bit about the park and kind of why it's so special.
Yeah, the Duwamish River People's Park and Shoreline Habitat is one of the largest restoration projects on the Duwamish in a generation. It's over 14 acres in size, and it is a combination of salt marsh, mud flat, and shoreline restoration. Where we're situated on the Duwamish is this magical mixing zone of freshwater and saltwater, and it turns out that that magical mixing zone is necessary for migrating juvenile salmon as they're headed towards the ocean. They need to learn how to breathe saltwater.
And how do you track that?
We're monitoring the fish use in two different ways. One, we're doing something called active sampling, where we take a net and we actually scoop the fish up and we measure how big they are, we figure out what species they are, and then we count them. So that's active sampling. The other way that we are monitoring is through a passive system called a Passive Integrated Transponder system, or a pit antenna. And the fish are tagged further upstream. King County and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers are tagging thousands of fish in this watershed. And as the fish make their way down, if they swim close enough to the antenna picks up their unique number, so we know exactly what individual fish has swam into our site.
Amazing. So it's kind of mutually beneficial too. They're able to track what's going on at their sites. We're able to see if they come here. At the same time, we're seeing how much this site is being used by the fish as well.
We have kind of an important data gap where we just don't know how migrating salmon are using these newly restored areas. And so this pit antenna is going to help us fill that data gap. We have 8 more years to go to see how this site establishes and matures. And during that time, we'll also be able to learn more about how fish are using the site.
Amazing. And do we have any preliminary data from year 2 yet?
So far this year, we've caught chum and pink salmon. We have not caught any Chinook salmon yet, but last year, during our May sampling event, we caught over 200 natural origin Chinook. So I am optimistic that we will catch Chinook this upcoming sampling event.
Great. Well, there's still time.
There's still time.
Still more monitoring left this year. Stay tuned. In the meantime, the Duwamish River People's Park and Shoreline Habitat is open to the public, so come visit, check out this beautiful site. Thank you for joining us, Jenn. This is Diving In with the Port of Seattle.